gonna make sure my voice. So what's up, everybody? How we doing? This is the Lazy Farmer. My name is Kurt H, and we are back in Mojave. I gotta get this thing. I got so many things to turn on. Yet there's my logo, and look, it is Trona Project Episode 3. We got cars to move. Yes, we do. Cars to move and get this beast out to Searles' yard. So I'm going to have a question going up on my channel after this video gets done. I already have it picked out, kind of know what I want to say. It's a simple question, and I'm going to put it out here, right now for you guys. Can you name a movie that was filmed out in Searles Valley? Most recent one too. Well, actually, I can't say most recent one, but there's a pretty popular one. It's got a little bit of a cult classic that I'm thinking of. But it did lead me to actually find out there's a whole long list of movies that were filmed out there. So, okay, I don't want that. Making sure we got everything turned on. Oh, and of course, as usual, please, if you like the video, you like the content that I provide, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Give me a like, give me that thumbs up, share the video, and then turn on notifications so that you know when I go live and you can actually follow me and catch me live and chat with me. I don't mind chatting. I like chatting. I'll answer some questions. And oh, you know what? And I did get caught up on the comments as well. You should have got, if you left me a comment, I should have responded to them. I think I got caught up, and I forgot, I didn't write it down, but there was an individual that did ask a very good question, and he had just purchased about a month ago. So I was about a month late. I apologize. But he did purchase Run 8 about a month ago, and question that he was asking was, okay, I liked the game. He kind of liked it, liked the way it played, but he was tired of all the locomotives, all of them saying Run 8. A lot of the cars, nothing but box cars that said Run 8. How do we get the different skins? Where do you go get them? And of course, the answer to that, these are all purchased from the Run 8 Studios website. So over a period of time, I budgeted like $20 a month. That's all it was. And with $20 a month, I pretty much got I could buy 2 skin packs. Maybe one if it's a little more expensive, maybe 3 if I got the cheaper ones, whatever. But I bet you about $20, and sometimes I did go up to 40. If I was like, hey, I got a little extra cash, did a little extra overtime. And so over time, I bought all the car packs because, yes, I understand that when I got into this game, simulator, it was pretty impressive, and I didn't like it. I wanted all the cars. I wanted to actually see the auto racks going by. I wanted to see the intermodals go by, whether they were loaded with their containers or they were bare tables. I wanted to see everything, and because just the way, like I said, I said it before, and I keep saying it. It's not about the scenery, although Southern California kind of does look like this. But, it's not about the scenery. It's about these beasts right here. How they operate, the physics behind them, everything. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and get started. I have a date with my daughter. She's at work right now. When she gets home, she's going to message me, and we're going to play a little Lotro. And, yeah, I'm going to stream that one, too, a little Lord of the Rings Online with her. Always a good time. That's our connection. She's a Tolkien fan, just like me. We're nerds about that. So, if you remember, I've got these 2 that I'm going to fire up. Let's get down to the ground. I have these 2 that I'm going to fire up right now, and we're just going to do it. I'm not going to go in and do it manually. You can do it manually. I'm not going to do it manually. I'm just going to go ahead, hit auto start all locomotives, auto DPU, multiple unit DPU, auto circuit breakers, auto brakes, and the EOT we're going to wait because we're going to wait until we set up the train. So we're going to let them warm up and kind of air up. We're going to back up into here. I've already got the switch flown, and we're going to connect to these 6. Oh, I forgot. Last night, guys, I found a YouTube video. I'll put the link in my description. I got to go find it in my history. But it's a really good rail fan video of the units out there in the Trona Railway, and I was very pleased to see 3 Southern Pacific tunnel motors, and some other. I think there was one Union Pacific, but I think everything was like old Southern Pacific stuff. So, and that's kind of like what their current roster is right now. And yeah, they were patched units. Inside of Run 8, um, I went with the patched units, but it's Union Pacific patched, not Trona Railway patched. And their unit numbers like 2002, 2003, 2004, and there is a way to modify that in the Run 8 so that I could add those numbers and actually change those numbers so that these will match the units they're actually being used out there in Trona. And I forgot to do that. I was going to do that last night, and I got sidetracked. Real life got in there, sidetracked me. Darn that real life. All right. So also, like I said, we're waiting for these things to work before we really get started. I want to go. Let me just get back into drone mode again. Made some changes to the train too. I took a look at some things, and did some more studying, did some more reading, on especially the document that comes in when you buy the Trona pack, and the Lone Pine. It's actually called Lone Pine, I believe, on the Run 8 Studios site. When you buy it, it adds this document into the user guide section, and that section talks about Trona. It's very detailed what's going on out there. And I got an answer when I dug in and read between the lines. Because my concern, if you remember, was when I brought this train out, all I got were unloaded open hoppers, and why didn't I get any coal cars? Why didn't I get more acid cars, hydrochloric acid cars? So plus, I mean, I got a boxcar. What was that about? Well, anyway, what I did do as I was read through it, I've discovered that there's actually a unit train that comes out with coal. So guess what? I've got a unit train sitting in Yermo right now, long one for coal, and I got another one for the acid cars. So that'll be later on down the line. When I'm done with this train, get things set up into the industries, then we'll bring those other unit trains out here. And then I also discovered too that on the is it the extra board? Yeah, it's still loading. There it comes. On the extra board, there's an interesting. Oh wait, no, it's under trains. Where did it go? Under Union Pacific, right here, out of Long Beach to TN, which is the Union Pacific tag for Trona. It's an empty potash train from the port of Long Beach to Searles Yard. It's staged. Train staged at Mojave, so we could actually spawn this right here in Mojave. I might change I might change that location though. We'll take a look and see what it says, because I think what I was going to do, looking at the map, is I'm actually going to put it as close to Long Beach as possible, so we come up actually see some of LA, some of the actual areas of Southern California. So what's up, Bob? How we doing? I'm doing good today. Unfortunately, I had to take a day off because I a little personal thing is I had some surgery done, and I went to work yesterday, and I was told by risk management I should not have come into work because the information that I gave them from the hospital wasn't enough. They needed a note from the actual surgeon that did the surgery. So okay, fine. I should have known better. I could have guessed it, but I just wanted to go back to work. So I'm off today. I had this slated to do for this weekend, but that's okay because that means that'll move episode 4 up to this weekend. So barring any other real life crises. All right. So, but going back to the changes I made, one thing is I did find looking at it's kind of weird how the depot. I've been using the depot configuration file for Southern California. And the local, they have it tagged as TRN for Trona. Okay, fine. I guess I could do the same thing. The industry's tagged that way. But then there is a local, and I think the numbers change, but as far as the time frame that Run 8 operates in, there is a local that runs out of the Mojave yard to the Searles yard. That's LOP 82. And Highball Run 8 website actually uses that LOP82. So we're going to actually do that, and we're going to use LOP82. And there's an industry that's part of that, but I don't have cars for it. But we are going to use in the future. We'll have cars for that industry on the way to Searles Yard, so we can do some switching on the way to Searles Yard, and we'll at least switch out one industry and then continue on. Other changes I made too. Wow, look at this. We got some coal hoppers here. I did find out. I did go to the industries out there. And yeah, they didn't have any cars selected. So the open hopper that I got that had aggregate in it, it was just a random pick. So I picked cars that I made sure I had cars selected that were going to be coal, filled with coal, and have my unit train set up that way. Then the other thing I did too is I had, whoop, go back here. I hate when I do that. I don't hate it. It kind of irritates me a little bit. If you remember, these were sitting here, and this was all coal. Well, these are MOW cars. MOW doesn't need coal. Diesel. Okay. Coal. Diesels don't use coal. So I changed these cars out to aggregate. Makes more sense. This is ballast for the tracks. Okay, that makes more sense. Future operations. But then I took that cut and I copied it and changed it out with cars that, copied it over here and dropped it in. So now we're going to have some coal cars. So we're going to add this to the train. And then the other thing we added too, and that'll be a later, probably episode 4. I put in 4, got rid of the one box car we had because I'm still debating whether I want to do that or not. But we do pass the White Sands Proving Ground, home of the Naval Air Weapons Station, NAWS, in China Lake. So who knows what's in these boxcars? They're loaded. These are loaded boxcars. So who knows what they're loaded with? But yeah, anyway. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this together, and then we're gonna take it out to Searles Yard. And I want to talk a word here briefly on switching. Now I have this one switched. I should have put it back when I was done. Because you remember last one was kind of a fiasco. I kind of headed down here and almost went head on into those locomotives because I really wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. These are manual switches for anybody that's new to Run 8. Anybody that's experienced Run 8, you guys can kind of go to the kitchen, go get something to drink. But anybody that's new to Run 8, these are manual switches. So nowhere, and there's a little exclamation point up here, nowhere in Run 8 can auto flip a manual switch, except one location. And Bob, I'm going to test you. Where can auto flip it? And he doesn't actually flip them. It's just the way it works. Okay, I'm not going to test you, Bob. I'm just going to tell you. It's actually in the Barstow yard. So when they're humping cars over the hump, you look down there, and I believe you look, and I think it's the same thing on like Waycross. You look, and I think you see manual switches. I don't know about Waycross, but yeah, Barstow, I'm pretty sure. I think West Colton might be the same too. But yeah, and it's just the way the hump yard works. So that's the only area. I mean, I don't think the switches actually flip. It's just the cars route themselves through the AI. But here in the world, these are manual switches. So if you're going to do this, and this is based off some of the comments that I processed, to come from Yermo, and we did this, Yermo to Mojave, so that would be M for, we did a manifest, Yermo as YR, Mojave MJ, this is Union Pacific talk now, and we came down this track here. If we had our switches thrown appropriately, we could have let the train come in, let the AI bring the train in. And whatever track we have them come down, once he hits the manual throwed switch, then it's on us. So something that we can do to prevent the train not going where we don't want it to go. And what's happened to be in the past is, hey, I sent a train to Mojave, and I go to Mojave like a couple hours later. Where's my train? I expected to be in the yard waiting for me. Where's my train? And it's heading up into the mountains, going over there, you know, heading for LA. Why didn't it stop? Well, the only way you can get a train to stop in this particular yard when there's manual throw switches at both ends is to make sure that these switches are like this one here, that these switches are thrown against the train. So your engineer will say that, oh, this switch needs to be thrown. He'll pull up and come to a stop, and that's how you stop the train. So the other option is, and as part of it is, you come over here and you got this, you know, you make sure that these lights, which are a control point, you got the lights, there's no placard. So right now you see we got an approach light here. So, but you make sure that all these are red. Okay, and the train will come up and stop and wait right here. And you can actually even set the AI train that when it comes to a stop, that it will automatically relinquish the train if that's what you want. Or you can, it gives you time to, you know, flip the switches that are dispatcher controlled. And that's these boxes here. When you see these are dispatcher controlled. And like the last video, you saw me going in and, you know, clicking on these to get them to throw like that. For some reason, these aren't going to throw. I don't know why. But they did throw. And then you can either bring the train in yourself, or let once you turn them loose at the light, he'll come in on his own, and you just have the the switch at the end of that track stop the train because it's thrown against it, and that's how that works. Let's see. Can I get this? Yep, that is a lock switch, and I thought I unlocked it. Oh, that's this one. Yeah, so I gotta come up here, turn dispatcher off. Oh, the other side too is this. Hello. Make sure your lights are, I always forget this little piece. The dispatcher off, drop the light. Once it turns red, you can actually flip these switches then. Like that. Dispatcher's off because the light's red, I can flip it. I don't even have to click on it, turn it to blue. But see, now I can flip it. Dispatcher's off, so I can flip it. Dispatcher's off, so I can flip that too. And this is red. That's what was keeping me from doing that. And both these, when you flip one, both these will flip at the same time too. So you can see there it is moved. And so that's how you can kind of work the AI a little bit. Little tip. Try to bring something. Some of it might be repetitive, I know. But then it's good stuff. There's a lot of people that, I mean, my goal here is to bring, whoops, I don't want to do that. To bring more people to this simulator. It is a fun simulator. So, all right, let's get started. Those engines have been warming up long enough. I gotta get going. I have to leave here and go to Middle Earth in about, let's see, about 2 hours, depending on whenever my daughter gets home from work, has something to eat, gets her, you know, says hi to all her animals, all that good stuff. So I want to look at the dispatching screen because what I'm going to do, I'm actually not, I don't have anything coming. This is a mess. Otto's created a huge mess right here. I've got an auto jam like you wouldn't believe, but I'm gonna let it go. This guy's heading for Cajon, so we're clear. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm actually gonna fly over here because we gotta go out this way. So I'm gonna come over here, and I had that little piece on switching, on manual switches, because these aren't computer controlled. These are manually controlled. So I need, so basically I would come out here, I would actually request mainline authority, but I am the dispatcher today. So, and then that's set, everything's set right here. So we're going to start heading down that route as we start to build the train. All right. So then we come back to the screen. That's what you see here. Those two, I got a double main line here. The pink is there's something going on there. So it's either it's a thrown switch or I've grabbed mainline authority there and I haven't relinquished it. In this case, we know it's a thrown switch. You just saw me do it. Let me turn this back on again. So as long as this is a pink, auto will hold trains up until I clear that. Now, typically in a multiplayer session, I would actually radio the dispatcher and ask for permission to, I need to, no, actually I had that switch right. That switch was right, because I'm going to come down this track. I'll ask the dispatcher for permission to throw the switch. If he gives me permission, then I throw the switches and everything's good. And he'll see it on his board. So, anyhow, yep, I'm going to go ahead and tie in, and we'll get these guys, we'll get this thing started. We'll build this train and get them out to Searles. That's today's episode. How's everybody doing today? Alright, let's come off of this. Let's get that up, my telemetry up. Off the brakes. Yep, I'm letting gravity. Gravity's going to take her. I'm on a 1% grade. I did not forget. Oh. No brakes, nothing but dynamic brakes right now. Letting the traction motors slow me down. So I gotta get into, I just wrote down my notes here. I've got to get into my configurations in Run 8 so I can set up for the SD40Ts and the SD40s the numbering scheme, so I can change the numbers on those locomotives to match the ones that are actually being used today. Boom. A little bit on the hard side, but that's okay. Alright, so get on the ground. I am going to connect. We're going to open that one up. I'm going to leave this one closed for right now. We're going to open that one up. Still connected. Double check. So connections are disconnected. I am not going to be using these. I'm just dragging them. These are power units that are needed out there for the Trona Railway, which they have purchased from Union Pacific. That's the pretense here. Closed. Okay, good. So if you have not watched episode 1, if you have not watched episode 2, I'll go over it again. So what we're doing is I'm basically pretending that there's a new company that has purchased the mineral production facilities out there in Searles Valley. Trona Railway is the name of is a rail company that they own. It's International Chemical Mining Corporation or whatever it is, and they've got product to get out, and so they've ordered a cut of cars. And because the previous company kind of went belly up and had to sell all their stock, they released all the cars back to Union Pacific and sold off their units. So this new company has bought these 6 power units for the Trona Railway. We're bringing them out along with that cut of cars. So, with that being said, looks like we're fully aired up. We're looking good. Oh, you know what I need to do? I want to make sure isolated, 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 isolated. They're not being used at all, other than to connect to cars. That's it. All right, get on this one. Switches are thrown. We're in line. We're good to go. Set brakes, because I don't want this thing to start rolling on me. As a matter of fact, we'll set parking brake as well too. And we're going to go in the forward. Going to hit a couple of notches just because we're on that 1% grade. And there we go. You can see that as the coupler stretched out, it looks like I was about ready to start rolling backwards. I'm going to try to keep it under 10 miles an hour. 10 miles an hour here in the yard. We're going to connect to the box cars first. And then we're going to go, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a cut of covered hoppers. I'm going to grab the coal. I'm going to grab another cut, then the second cut, and we'll head on out. The reason I want to do that is because one cut of covered hoppers is for the potash facility at the Trona facility. The other one is for I think it's called the Argyle facility, and then both are needed at the West End facility. In that video that I'm actually going to put in my description for you guys to watch it, you'll actually get to see good views of the actual facility. You'll see in the distance. It's about the train, but if you pay attention, you'll see the distance, in the distance, the West End facility, and then you'll see the Trona facility and Argyle facilities. So, and you get to see Searles yard. I think Tunnel 29, I think is what it's called. You get to see that. You know what? I just saw something here. I'm watching my monitor stream. I'm not paying attention to that. I want to keep that. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. All right. We're slowing down, boy. 1.1% grade. I think up here it's, and going out to Trona, it gets to be about 2% as well. So, and the video is good too, because I guess it looks like they might have done it over several days. Because you'll get to see, like, okay, at one point there's 5 engines on the front of their train. Then at another point there's 2. It all depends on the needs. And of course, after we get off the main lines, we'll set the switches back to normal, and hopefully Bob will sort out that mess that he created. I did turn on the AI spawn. I didn't realize I had that turned off. So I did turn on the AI spawn. So there's other trains coming. So if not, I may have to get in there and fix what Otto's created. Sorry, Bob. Poor guy's sitting there going, what did I do? It's what you didn't do, Bob. What's up, 770? How you doing? I'm doing well. Pain's lessening up from the surgery, so I'm good. How are things in your neck of the woods? Maybe getting close to what? 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night? That's just perfect time to sit down and start playing some Run 8. Alright, so we are all sorted. We'll get these all hooked up. We'll start heading out. And the next stop will be Searles Yard. Whew, that's close. Alright. Keep going. You know what I didn't do? There we go. Actually, I don't want to write that. Oh, too much dynamics. Oh, we're getting bound up in the what happened? Oh, didn't read my notes. Did I have another split track again? Did I do that again? I thought I had him set all right. Where did I go wrong? I'm telling you guys, if I'm not, this is where I went wrong. I thought I had this one set. Okay. Lead locomotive. I blame Adi. I'm going to blame Adi right there. He's my... Well, no, actually, I'm on the ground. I'm the conductor. Let's see if I can pull myself out of this. They're connected. Got air. All right. Come on, you can do it. Don't make me turn those other ones on and start pushing. I'm watching coupler force right now. All right. Not the right way to do it, but I'm being lazy. Oh, I messed up. I was trying to back up and I forgot to throw this switch. So the front end of this locomotive is trying to pass the back end. Oh, you know what? I'm going to show you guys a trick. Hang on. No, I don't want that. I want this. So right now, that is what I want. Okay. Just a little cheat. Copy this. Hit the escape key. It will go away. It saves it. Oh. Okay. How do we fix this? Just like this. Then we're going to come back over here. Bring this back up. Place train. Boom. Fixed. Alright, what I want to do though is I want, okay. Oh, you're going to do that, huh? Alright, so F7. Air hoses are not connecting. Oh, that's on that side. Stop. There we go. Who we got? Oh, 770. Oh, look at you. I have no idea what is being said there. I don't want that. I am going to go ahead and start that one. Start that one. That one is where I want it to be. Air hoses are connected. Alright, isolated out. Disconnected. Okay, perfect. Stop. There we go. I want to connect that. Okay. Set that to run. Set this one to run. And we're back where I was before I so rudely interrupted myself. Bob, you saw nothing. Why are you rolling backwards? Like I said, Bob, you saw nothing. Man, I started out so cool. Running, running, running. There we go. We'll just do that. There we go. Let's disconnect that one. Now we're going forward. The wonders of Google. Good, I'm going to let you translate for me. See, I didn't have to worry about that over at Twitch. Boy, that's close. But I'm getting a wider viewing audience, so I may have to set something up. Especially if I'm going to start streaming to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Right at 10 miles an hour. Look at that. Perfect. All right. Okay, this one's going to be run through. That's my spring-loaded switch here. Okay, perfect. That one's perfect. Ah. And I'm assuming you told him this was Run 8. Or did you tell him this was Lord of the Rings Online? Or um I'm goofing. I'm having fun. It is the best train simulator out there, in my opinion. The most realistic. So on my monitor that I'm watching the stream on, it doesn't look as bad as how it looks on my monitor. I think the other side of it is I may just have to get myself a new, I actually get a dedicated gaming monitor. This is more of a general purpose one, but yep, I will be ordering. Train removed from world. Oh, BNSF train disappeared. 7239. I wonder where that was at. He's got something moving. Uh-oh. This guy is going to be coming down here. I need to get, well, he'll keep him blocked because I got the main line blocked, so I grabbed authority. Come on in. Boom. Nice touch. Alright, connect. And that one's closed. We're going to leave that one closed. We're going to open this one up. It is. Open, open. Alright. Looking good. Open, open. And that's, oh, that needs to be closed. Okay, for right now. I will be putting air to every cut just because of the grade we're on. If this was flat, I wouldn't care too much. Alright, we'll go partial. Alright, CFMs are went up, but they're starting to slow down, and they're coming right back down again. Of course, when we get to that 70, I'm going to go ahead and we'll cut the air on. So this is the air moving through the brake pipe. Main is being supplied actually from the main reservoir. So we can go ahead and go full open. Alright, we're good there. And I'll put the brake, I hit Shift F5, puts the handbrakes on because it also knocks us into neutral, takes dynamic brakes off. I don't want to go reverse, I want to go forward. Got a couple of notches. Boom. Come on, go forward. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So these are all the loaded. Right up at the front end of the train, right where they're supposed to be. The only other load of the ones we're going to have are going to be the coal. I should actually put them at the front, but I want to... I cut myself off. If I follow the bulletin for Trona, coal should be the next one I grab. Should be. Alright, let's put you back. but it's not. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to grab this cut of empties, and I'll put the coal in the middle, and then I'll grab those empties. I'm just going to do that to make it easy on myself. Separate out which cars I want to run. Because we go out, when we get out. Oh, slow down. You're a little fast there, bro. Alright, under 5 miles an hour. I prefer to be down around 3. Alright, connect. I know that one's open, this one's closed. So I'm going to cruise all the way down. Actually, I'm going to just do Control F12, get down to the end. Make sure that's closed. Back up to the front again. And I've got 2 more cuts to pick up, and I'm already going to start heading down down Trona. Hey, got a short day. Short day on Friday. Nice. Sorry, I got distracted. Alright, we're going to come back here, and once again, partial. Let it fill up. This is going to take a little bit longer. It's a longer cut of cars. How we looking? He's starting to come into, but Otto hasn't thrown this switch yet, and that's his red. Somewhere he's going to hold him up because of what I got going on. That's me right there. Oh, that's what I need to do while air is filling up. Change the tag. This is now LOP, whoops, LOP 82, and then today's date. There we go. That's the local number that runs from Mojave, California to Searles, California. So this is what's going to happen. I'm sitting there watching this chat, and there's a great chat going on between 770 and 770. What is his name? Yeah, since I can't read that, if you can share his name with me, I'd be appreciative of it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go back over to the chat and do a little cut and paste and just see what's being said out here. Now let's go back into. There we go. I'm gonna notch up. Oh, okay, it's coming down real quick there. Okay. Now it's going right back up again. Let me notch up a couple notches. I don't know if that works with those particular locomotives, but it's a long cut of cars, so I'm just waiting for the air to. And I've got both main lines all tied up. What else am I to do? Alexander. Well, welcome, Alexander. And thanks again, 770, for the translation. Appreciate it. He said the best train sim is ZD Simulator. I'll have to look at that one. I've never heard of it either. Well, as you can tell, you probably already told them this is North American. We're in Southern California right now in the Mojave Desert, and then this is we have was it Southeast, which is Georgia and Florida, Northeast, which is New York area, Selkirk and Mohawk, and then we just came out with Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Norfolk Southern line. That's which, by the way, I don't know. Hank's not here. There was a tie between if I move away from oh, what do you call it? If I move away from Northern California as my virtual model railroad, where would I go? You know, it was a tie between Pittsburgh and Southern California. Well, Southern California is back in the lead again. So, so what I like about this one, I mean, I've looked. I mean, I'll look at that one ZD. Where'd it go? So UO trains, yeah. But ZD simulator, yeah, I'll take a look at that one and see what it's like. I'm always looking for something different, something new. But the other ones, I was like looking at some others. There's a new one that's supposed to be coming out. Well, let's see. Was it Train Sim World 4 is coming out? I took a look at that. No, I don't like scenarios. That's just my own personal preference. I don't like scenarios. I prefer creating my own scenarios. This is my railroad. I run it as I see fit. Because like right now I'm kind of being a little impatient. So I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do the air cheat. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn on air and angle cocks. Just make it so I can hit F7. Boom. Everybody's got air. So still waiting for it to come down. Still filling up. But it gave main reservoir. So how we doing? Dispatch screen looks good. This guy's all right. Come on. I'm notched all the way up, and I'm not even. It's slowly pulling. Ooh, this is going to be a challenge getting this thing out of here. What's my horsepower per ton? See, with the well, okay, 11 horsepower shouldn't be 11 horsepower. Only got 2 engines on. Oops. That's my distance. There we are. 3,000. So I'm already gonna have. I'm already set. I mean, the out there in Searles, I can only put like 2,000, 2,500, maybe 2,500 feet. So we're on a heck of a grade though, but we only had 2,400 tons. That's not a lot. It's just, yeah. I keep in the wrong key. Yeah. Oh, that doesn't help. Bleed those off. There we go. No wonder I did. I was having trouble pulling out. You know what? I will definitely look at it. I will look at ZD Simulator. I have to see if it's available here. I'm sure it might be. See if it's on Steam. This is Run 8 is not on Steam. It's an independent company, so. But yeah, I mean, I'm seeing that variety of content is good. So I did make the decision. I think Friday, since it's going to be a short day for me at work, Friday is going to be the kickoff of Farm Sim Friday. That'll be my farming Friday. I'm going to go back to Farm Sim. I'm going to start. We're going to pick a field, and I've already decided that it is going to be probably a European-based field. Now, if they honestly, for Farm Sim, if they ever came out with Saxony, which is from FS17, FS19 had the Saxony, and that was a great production. But they didn't. I guess for some reason, whoever built Saxony is not doing FS22, or just wasn't feeling the need to convert it over. And if I knew anything about how to do that, I'd convert it over. Don't bleed off too much. Don't come to a stop. Keep pulling. You're not quite there yet. Don't stop. Gonna make me go back up. There we go. So it's slowly. Get past the switch. I have a feeling I'm going to have to go cut the other engines in. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Fauna the electric former, Czechoslovakian. Interesting. That's one thing I know. I think in Europe is more use of electric locomotives. Come on back. Here we go. Connect. These are all applied and it's pushing it. That's crazy. Close that one. They're actually testing it. Yeah, America should do the same, and I don't mean battery. No, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. The only problem is I don't think that our electrical infrastructure can handle it. Because I don't know if you got any of the news out here, but I mean California's has had some very horrendous fires over the last few years, and they've been caused by failures in the power grid. So yeah, we're dealing with that. Did I just blow the PCS? I did. That's why the F7 cheat's so good. Fix the PCS. I was looking at, yeah, no, I was looking at the right thing. That was down below 60. All right, I'm gonna go up and cut some engines in. We're just gonna do them all. Listen to them all line up. No, I haven't heard that. What's going on down in South Africa? I mean, it is. I mean, look, I mean, as far as you know, I get it. I mean, air quality, diesels. I mean, not the cleanest, but it is the way we do it. I don't know. Oops. All right. There's that. Bleed off the air brakes. All right, we're good there. Ooh. Yep. Yep, there it went. I saw that coming a mile away, guys. Where did it break? And how many of them broke? Yeah, it's all from 60s, and all the insurance companies have said they will not be covering. Wow, Mad Max. Yeah. Well, they're in the process out here of putting all of them under all what they can underground. All right, where did you break? Let's go drone mode. Oh, I see where it broke. Right there. All right. So this came out on a YouTube video that I was watching, and there was a father-son team and broke a coupler, and they fixed it. Anybody, if you listen to when I fix the coupler, can you name the movie that the soundbite is taken from? Listen carefully. There it is. Alright, we need to close that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, it's going to be at 2 miles an hour. Good. Alright. In a pool? Woo, like a rocket. That's how you break couplers, kiddo. And there's another coupler broken. I don't know. It's not. It's simple, but it's also money. That's where it comes down to. One more time. All right. So honestly, it took me a while to figure it out too. I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna run over. I think we probably have about 4 couplers broken. Hi, what's up, Domo? All right. So if you see time frame, it's a comedy. It's a movie. It's a comedy, and I think it came out in the 70s. Produced by Mel Brooks. That's all I'm going to give you. That should be enough right there. Oh, we got another one right here too. You're going to get lots of opportunities. I think we got about 4 of them that broke. I got 4 notifications. If only we could. If only we could. Oh, did that one break too? All right, maybe I already fixed that one. Okay. Is there another one? All right. Let's try this one more time, folks. Ah, there we go. The salt of the earth. Is that your guess, Domo? No. Oh, there's a broken coupler right there. One more time. The character's name. I'll give you one more hint. One more hint would be the character's name was Gabby Johnson. Last hint. I'll take a look at that later. See if it did censor you. Oh, Blazing Saddles. You got it. Yep, you got it. Blazing Saddles. A movie that if they came out with that right now, the outcry would be horrendous. All right. That should just about do it. Yeah, it's not smart what I just did right there. All right, let's see. Let's go jump up. Back into drone mode. See if we fix this. Nope, we got another one down here. Oh, look at the traffic back up. That one's good. Don't stand between the cars while they're rolling backwards. But it took a while for me to get that. Blazing Saddles. And now that you know, you can hear it, can't you? Come on, roll on back. I'm over here chuckling. There's a full-blown conversation going on in my channel, and I'm not even a part of it. That's funny. All right. That, and then we're going to do full brakes. Okay. Ooh, stop. I said stop. Oop, I don't want to do that. Here we go. Brakes are off. Ah, Mersey Rail train fare and taxi fare. I think we got this one. Nice, we got one more cut of car to go, and then we're heading for Searles. You guys enjoy your conversation. That's good. I'm just chuckling. And getting this into Searles' yard is going to be quite interesting. I got a long leader though on the main line. All right. That does sound like a lot. $5 for 8 kilometers? But then we don't taxi here. We Uber. Okay, we're gonna do that. Take the brakes off of the engines. All right. Oops, wrong one. Settle down. All right, we're gonna notch it up now. Now we're gonna let the it's trying. There it goes. There it goes. And then I didn't get the notification for a broken coupler. Did it right this time. Yahoo! All right. We're on our way to Searles, guys. Engine's all the way over there. Back into the train's all the way over there. Happiness is an empty yard, which in real life is never a thing. Nothing like tying up two mainline tracks for just about an hour and a half. Oh, oh, that's that message. Okay. What's track speed? I bet track speeds. So 5,700 feet, 19 loads, 69 empties, almost, well, 4,666 tons. And with all the trains and everything running, we're at 5.8 horsepower per ton. Okay. So anyway, let's get back on the ground. We're going to go ahead and flip all our switches so Otto can go do his thing. Come on. Why are you not switching? Really? My train's off the track already. He's over there. Otto, you're killing me. Alright. Turn him off. Meanwhile, my trains are running away without me. All because Otto's being stupid. There we go. Alright, in the train. Headlights on. And we're looking at track speed is 15 miles an hour. We're doing 25. Okay. I forgot what. I don't think it's LOP 82 that actually runs to this facility here. Because that's just, I mean, it would be a quick push of the cars from Mojave into here and then pull back. Oh, already did. All the pink's gone. I grabbed it when I whoa, what the heck? That's gonna be it. Oh, yeah, oh my gosh. You're killing me. That was, if you remember the last episode, I had a whole bunch of pink all over the map. I ran around and was like fixing it, and what it was, exactly what happened here. I was expecting a switch lined correctly, and it wasn't. So now I get to back up. And yeah, that was a shift F5 moment. Because this one's not on me. I was talking about it, and I probably would have seen the switch. I just was expecting it to be lined correctly. I hadn't been out here, so I'm going to have to check all the switches. I'll get this thing going again. And then I'm going to run down and make sure as we start getting close to the industry, because this is, like I said, I'm finding open switches everywhere. Which, I don't know if they've set that to be that way as like little tests, because that would be, then I'd have to go find out where the guy was who set this route up and slap him. Because that's like uncool. Alright. Okay. So it's interesting that it's calling for track speed 15 miles an hour, where in the bulletin that I read it was actually 25 miles an hour on this stretch. It's basically 25 miles an hour all along this stretch, even past the tunnel, and then for Trona it's 25 miles an hour as well too, except for it's 10 miles an hour inside the main facility where the Argyle and the Trona facility are. But Bob, you're my conductor. I only say that because everybody calls this guy Bob. So that would be you, Bob. Yeah. So actually, if I could rename him, I'd name him SP Bob just for you. Since you were like watching cab forward steam engines out of Oakland, man, I would like to have seen that one run. Yeah, it is. It is sad. And I don't know where I went looking through my pictures to take a picture of it because I want to share that with the stream. What the cab forward looks like. So I know I took a picture of it. But you know what? If I didn't take a picture of it, I guess oh my, I'm just going to have to jump on the local train and take it to Sacramento and walk over to the Railroad Museum again, and I might end up having to buy I got all my SP t-shirts looking a little ratty. Might have to get get a new SP t-shirt, get a new UP t-shirt. Maybe, maybe I know they even had one. They had the Feather River route. Yeah. I just might have to do that, Bob. I just might have to. Anyway, it's nostalgia for you. I'm gonna have to do it for you, Bob. I will do that. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be like an entire Saturday, and then I'm gonna have to stay when I get to Old Town Sac. After I go shopping, I'm gonna have to go eat at a really fine restaurant. You know, and that's gonna make me want to walk around and look at all the pretty women and the things I do for you, Bob. I mean, seriously, the things I do for you. uh, See the overpass up ahead over there. I think that's the 395 US 395 overpass. And if it is, that actually goes into Nevada by where I used to live when I lived in Nevada. Why'd I ever come back to California? I'm going to ignore track speed. What's my grade? Oh, I'm pretty much flat right now. I was going down. Now I'm going back up again. I'm with the long train behind me. Take a screenshot of that. let's do a roll by. Get into drone mode. Back on the ground. All right, 25 might be a little. I would say it was a 25-mile-an-hour zone, so got a 1% downhill grade. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to hit some dynamics here. Fine detail. Look at the detail of the locomotives going by. Really good job. Really good job of actually making. I mean, like I said, the scenery. Everybody says the scenery could be better. I'm not going to disagree with that. The scenery could be better. But like I said, it's not about the scenery. It's about the trains. It's about the industries. It's about moving cars from one location to another. And as you saw with broken couplers, physics, everything is all spot on. Oh, I don't want that. Hit the counter. There's the first cut of empty hoppers. Open hoppers right here, full of coal. And the second cut. Oh. I didn't want to do that. Do want to do this though. There we go. Get that EOT on the end of it. All right. All right, so what do we got here? What milepost is this? $385. So I guess that overpass was California City Boulevard. We have Phillips Road, Solar Plant Road, and we do have a detector. 401.3. Long straight straightaway like this, man, you'd think it'd be like, well, they bring out some pretty heavy trains, but I would still say, you know, at full speed, man, let's go 55. What's my track speed? 40. All right. Let's ramp it. I didn't see the sign. Did you guys see a sign? I didn't see a sign. That's the one thing by doing it on keyboard. I made the mistake. I was hitting the minus key, and which puts more dynamic braking on. I had to do the plus key to take it off. If I had the rail driver, okay, it's easy to tell. Oh, my handle's all the way back. That's dynamic. Let me push forward. Okay, let's see. Well, dispatch isn't going to make a thing for me because I'm out here. But Otto looks like he's cleaning this up pretty well. I don't know what's going on with these trains. I don't know what's going on here either, but I'm leaving it up to him. Oh. Alright, so here's another question. What movie, looking at this environment we're in, what fairly recent movie, I say fairly, it came out in the 90s, has a bit of a cult following, might have been filmed out here. In fact, I know it was. There are a lot of movies filmed out here, but I'm thinking I've got one in mind. Wow. Oh, green. Look at that. No stress on the covers. In fact, they're putting it, all these cars are pushing on the train. All right, I'm gonna do this one up. Long straight. Straightaways are nothing. Oh, too much dynamic. Okay, let's see. All right. So my daughter says it's gonna be closer, somewhere between 2:30, 3 o'clock. So she's a manager, shop manager. So she's gotten some staffing issues. So she can't exactly leave right now. You know, 1.2, almost 1.3% grade. Slowly accelerating. Accelerometer's up to 7, 6, 7. What are my stats again? 4666 tonnage, 19 loads, 69 empties, 5,709 feet. Still pushing. Look at that green bar up here. That's copper. So I got dynamics on, so it makes sense that it's pushing on me. Bells, I don't need the bell. Solar Plant Road. Highway 395 is after the 400. Oh my God, come on. 422.1 detector just before Tunnel 29. So I think that was Phillips Road that we crossed over where I used the horn. finally got this one under control. We're right at 40 miles an hour. We're doing good. Actually, I've got nothing. When I hit the detector, I'm going to jump out and go look and make sure the switches at Cantil are set. Also, at Saltdale, there's Alpha Explosives out there at Saltdale. That could have been a delivery add to this train, which I would have actually put that on the back end so we could just pull forward and then back in, drop it, and go. But yeah, no, it's. So yeah, when we hit the detector, I'm going to go and fly, check on switches, make sure nothing was thrown against me. So violation of one of the main rules, especially on a multiplayer server, always put the switch back. So the way you found it. And main lines the switch should always be set, lined and locked for the main line. And see, I can honestly say I didn't do it because I haven't been out here. I've never been out. This is virgin territory for me out here. So like working that one industry, yeah, I think that first one, that's an easy push. Line up, push the cars to it, make your, make your cut, make your swap, and then pull back. I just saw a whistle sign. 48688. I don't think that's for me. No, we're at 401.3 is the detector I'm looking for. That was probably Solar Plant Road. Alright. So I'll look for the little silver box indicating that there's a detector coming. We'll hit 383. Yeah. 383. 382. Interesting. Alright. Join the ride. This one stopped. This one stopped. Either for this light or this light. Why, I don't know. We got these two. So this one stopped. Why, I don't know. Oh, did I forget? That's why. Maybe if I turn auto back on. There we go. Now auto can do his thing. Nope, that's not it. What is that? That's gotta be alpha explosive off in the distance. That building right there. Flat right there, and now we're going to go back downhill again. A little more gentle curve, you can see how long the train is. And that's, I think right there is where the coal cars are, and there's still more going back. It's a good one. I mean, there's got to be more out here than what they modeled in this program. Because if it's all like this, why would you build a road through here? Well, okay, I'm just going to answer that question as I asked it. Shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, so cut through Searles Valley. Oh, not paying attention. Some more dynamics on it. It's only 0.5%. It's almost the train's pushing us 0.5%. We shouldn't be accelerating like this. This is gonna be a slugfest because actually I'm only gonna have these 2 locomotives. Well, I could have more actually, because I've got another coal train that needs to come in, and I'm pretty much everything that I'm pulling right now is going to end up getting worked into an industry somewhere. Oh, we're climbing a little bit. Come off the dynamics and let the train try to push us up over this. It's almost to a full percent though. Alright, let's see where we at. Ooh. Alright. And where is my channel? There we go. Alright. detector. That one's good. Both are good. Alright, in the meantime, slow down. Slow down. Ah. I hope we're being civil. But I try to keep, I mean, you guys go ahead and keep talking. I mean, I don't understand anything that's being said right there, but I do try to keep politics and stuff out of my channels. Not everybody's going to agree with me, so I just kind of wish it would come to an end over there. Tensions are high around the world right now, but here's the little town of Cantil. Could probably actually turn that into an industry right there if I wanted to.
UP detector milepost 401.3. No defects. No defects. Total axles 400. Train speed 40 mph. Ambient temperature 97 degrees. UP detector out.
Yeah, that's better. Oh. Not go the other way. Alright, so if I look at the map, we're not that far away. I mean, we did pass the detector, we got past Cantil Road, Saltdale. I think they spelled that wrong. Saltdale Access Road is next. Then Saltdale. Yeah, they did spell that wrong. Alpha Explosives. Red Rock. Garlock. The detector, US Highway 395, Tunnel 29, and then the Searles Yard. But it's going to take longer if I don't get back up to speed. Like there'd be this guy right here, living out here all. You know what? I'm gonna stop my thought right there, because I remember as a kid, down in Morongo Valley, California, my grandmother had a house, and she was the only house in that entire valley. That was it. I mean, and when she passed, the valley was like starting to fill up with houses, and there was a Circle K there, and there was a 7-Eleven there, but that was it. I mean, houses, Circle K, 7-Eleven, and both the Circle K and the 7-Eleven had to get, were fueling stations as well too. So, but then I went by about a decade or so ago, just when it happened to be going past here, and I decided to pull in to see if I can remember where my grandmother's house is. There's a shopping mall there. They took her house down. So yeah, but I remember, man, I used to try to chase out there with like a lot of roadrunners. So I used to try to chase those. I put out have a heart traps and would catch squirrels, ground squirrels. Not a lot for a kid to do out there. Hmm. Oh, sprinklers. I was trying to figure out what that is, but I think those are sprinklers for whatever farm happens to be out there. What am I doing? Why am I accelerating? Yeah, I was looking at that list too. I knew there's one movie I have in my mind. I'm waiting for somebody to try to guess it. I haven't seen it. There's one movie I have in my mind that I know was made out here in Searles Valley, but there's like a lot of movies were made out here. If a movie was like it, if it was supposed to be um, something like shot, if the movie was supposed to take place in Arizona or New Mexico, it was shot in this valley. Cheaper to go. I mean, just on the other side of we're right here in the bowl, on the other side of the mountains, all the way over there is Hollywood. So cheaper for them to drag all their equipment out here, I guess, than it would be to try to drag it to New Mexico or Arizona or where the story was supposed to take place. Nothing but field. No, there's nothing but, let's see, grass, scrub brush, roadrunners, ground squirrels, lizards. Not a lot out here. It's an old dry lake bed. I mean, the U.S. Navy uses it. I mean, China Lake's out here. It's not modeled in Run 8, other than the first drop when we do episode 4. Um, the first drop is going to be at the U.S. Navy. We're dropping those box cars and their supplies for the U.S. Navy. But yeah, China Lake Naval Air, yeah, Naval Air Weapons Station is what's out here. So basically, this is their proving ground for the weapons that they drop from their planes. So long road of nothing. And just a brief recap again, if anybody's watching, and well, you guys are watching, but anyway, what we're doing, this is episode 3 of the Trona project. So episode 1, well, let me back up a step. So the pretense is the Searles Valley Mineral Company, which was owned by company ABC, or organization ABC, sold out. They sent all their cars back, sold off the motive power, bankruptcy, I guess. And a new company, XYZ, has purchased them, and they've called UP. They said, we need cars, we're ready to start production. We need cars to fill product into, and we need motive power. What do you got to sell? So we are in the process of dragging the first load of empties out, and some this is the explosives plant right here. So we could actually tie in some cars on LOP 82 and stop and drop those on future runs. Switch is lined perfectly, thank you. So oops, slow down, back into a grade again, back into dynamics. And we're starting to see evidence of what they're taking, because that's what produces out here is borax and potash. Potash is used, it's basically used for the production of fertilizer, and also for ground treatment. And then borax is used as, well, it's actually was one of the first laundry boosters. In fact, I remember, and I think you can still get it, I have to look it up to see if you can. There was a product called 20 Mule Team Borax, and that came from out here. So now I've got a reason to bring bring boxcars to this plant, because they make 20 Mule Team Borax, and they're going to load it on pallets and put it in boxcars to ship out. And the reason that it was 20 Mule Team Borax is because before the railroad came out here, the borax was brought to Mojave on wagons pulled by a team of 20 mules. Need something to see, especially when they all got stubborn and decided to sit down at once. But that's where the tie, the term for the product 20 Mule Team, and that's I think railroad operation started in 1913, and it was primarily, when it started, a passenger rail service to bring people out here. Why? I mean, seriously, why? Probably dry air, probably health reasons, I would imagine. So, but anyway, then once the rail, then by, I think it was like wasn't very long. I think it was like maybe 20 years. So 1933, the passenger service stopped, but the freight kept going. And Southern Pacific had that line out here, till the 1940s, I believe, and then they I think after the war, then they decided that they were going to abandon this line, and the company that owns the processing plants ended up buying the track and starting their own railroad service, the Trona Railway. And then when Union Pacific failed, UP took it up. Well, Union Pacific was always, it basically was like a major player with Southern Pacific, and when it started to fail, they just said, "That's it. We'll take it over. You don't know how to run it, so we'll run it for you." And Southern Pacific is history, which is sad for Bob and I, because it sounds like he grew up in an area where all he saw was Southern Pacific, and I grew up in an area where all I saw was Southern Pacific. Yeah, being a dumb kid. He asked how old I was, and he said he guessed 40. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that compliment. I am 21 years older than that. I got that too. I went to Aftershock, which is a heavy metal concert in Sacramento. It lasts for well, it's not, it's a festival, lasts for 4 days. And I went there all 4 days. And on the last band, we're walking out, and I was walking next to a couple of teenagers, and they're walking out, and they're acting like they're dead tired. You know, I'm like, "You guys all right?" "No, we're just tired, man. This was a long day." "Day? You've been here for 1 day? I've been here for 4." And he looked at me and goes, "How old are you?" Guess. He guessed 45. No, I said I'm 61. His response is, "I want to be you at that age." Yeah, I still go to concerts, hang out with my daughter, do shenanigans. So, in fact, I gotta look it up. Cheap Trick is supposed to be coming to Reno, so I gotta see what day they're gonna be there, and I'm gonna have to take a couple of days. If it's on a weekend, I'm good, but if it's on a weekday, I'm gonna take some days off, request some, personal time, and go to Reno and go see Cheap Trick play again. Oh, it was. And my daughter's response, who was with me, her response was, "And that's why you're the cool parent." Ooh. Must have went steep pretty quick, because I was in 4 and I thought I could pull it up, and it was actually to accelerate Well, now it's, well, get back up to 40 and I'll back off a notch again. Southern Pacific, Hutchinson, Pico, Santa Fe, SPSN ATSF OT key system. Wow. You know, if you threw Central Pacific in there, Bob, I'd be worried about you. I saw something about that. Yeah, that these are built for narrow gauge. Doesn't look right in my mind. 1.3% grade. Wow. I'm gonna have to bring some unit trains out here because I'm probably gonna have to have some of this power pulling stuff back out because the covered hoppers are going to be full. I'm going to have another unit train of covered hoppers. Like I said, I'm going to set that up so it comes out down by Long Beach, so we'll get a different perspective of the map from down there. All right, looking at the map again. Red Rock Road, Garlic, Detector. Oh, we're getting close. We're more than halfway. Huh. You know, that's my perspective of Russia. A lot of vodka. I think my perspective, wow, Bob. Good for you. But my perspective of Russia is everybody drinks vodka like water. But then again, my perspective of Ireland is everybody over there drinks whiskey and Guinness. Guinness. The pensioners don't tend to go on computers much. Nah, you know what? That would drive me nuts. I gotta be on the computer, gotta, play video games, do research, keep my mind active, have fun. I think that's how I stay young. I work at a high school and I chase. We have 2,100 students on our high school, and I get to chase them all over. That's like herding cats, and it's fun. Got a nice little farm over there. Alright, back to my story. I got sidetracked. So episode 1, like I said, this is the reason why we're coming out here. This company wants the motive power. They need the cars. They got to start doing production. There's nothing out there. So episode 1 was bringing this manifest train, which is mostly covered hoppers, from it came in from North Platte, so it comes into Yermo. Brought it from Yermo to Mojave. Episode 2, we flat switched the train in Mojave to put it in the proper blocks based upon whether the cars are going to get filled with borax, get filled with potash, or unload hydrochloric acid, or unload coal. And then episode 3, which is what we're in right now, is running this train out to the Searles yard. And then episode 4, we'll be taking it into, and that'll be this weekend, we will be taking it into the industry and switching, basically putting everything in the proper spots. And then the next episode is we're going to be bringing a coal train in, and it's going to come straight in. We're not even going to stop at, normally in real life they stop at Mojave yard, then the local LOP 82 brings them in. We're not going to stop. We're going to bring it straight in, and same with the next two, because we need to stockpile some power out there, because I'm watching these grades. I think 2 of these units, with as long as this train is, would be kind of hard pressed to try to pull loaded covered hoppers. So we look at how here's my train. The back end is right there. And I'm running all these locomotives in here right now and making my life easy just because I'm feeling lazy. But just to run 2 of those to pull them out, I'm not even sure loaded what the horsepower per ton would be. I mean, if it was over 1.5, I'd probably give it a try. It would be a long stream, but it would be more realistic. I mean, you gotta realize, what do I have? What did I have? Horsepower per ton. 5.8 horsepower per ton. I'm in run 8 right now, or notch 8. He treats himself to 200 grams of vodka a week. How much liver disease do they have in this country? Or is it just something that they've gotten used to? Although I've been seeing, we got commercials out here going for, was it no 0 alcohol Guinness? I'll try one, but what's the point? In fact, Bob, our buddy Joe Montana is advertising that. Not too bad. Oops. Not too bad. Yellow to light yellow to white, and it's not that dark of yellow. So, not too bad. What marker is this? 416. Red Rock, Randsburg Road. We have another road, a detector, then 395, and then tunnel 29. Oh, daughter's heading down, yep. Alright, so my daughter just messaged me, she's on her way home. So I just told her, I said, yep, I said, I'm almost to my destination here. Then we gotta basically work the train into the yard. So it's gonna be some pulling, and then pulling it all the way through the yard on track 601. and when the back end gets in, then we'll cut the cars and then we'll push it. We'll push back and then park. Once everything's in the yard, then we'll go ahead and we'll park the motive power on the western lead for the on the western lead of the Y that's out there. It's a nice climb. Welcome to Searles Valley. Well, yeah, this is actually, I think Searles Valley is after this. We're not in Searles Valley. This would be the Mojave Desert. I think after we pass through Tunnel 29, then we're technically in the Searles Valley. Now that I think about it. Coupler 200 pounds. That's a lot of tension on my couplers. A little dark yellow, but not too bad. Kind of still on the yellow side, starting to trending toward orange, but still yellow. I'm okay with that. Do want to thank everybody that's left comments in my channel. That's amazing. I've got a lot of positive feedback. Thank you so very much. I did go through and make sure I got caught up on my answers. I had left that, and there was a few people that must feel like they got ignored. It'd been like a month or two, and then I finally responded. Even if it's just like to click a hey, I appreciate it, give it a little heart. Uh-oh. I think I just saw a speed sign. Yep, 20 miles an hour in 1 point. I did see that. So that was what that number was on the right hand side on the little angled white sign. If you don't know the symbol, that part I know. I still haven't found my symbol sheet, so I'm gonna have to go get one printed. My printer broke, so I'm gonna have to take it. He said he knows doctors who have drank a little bit of vodka to help colds or corona. Oh, interesting. Why not? And I bet you that vodka is also a lot more potent over there than it is here in the States. Alright, let's go ahead and come off the notches a little bit here, see if we can get this thing to slow down. Got a lot of cars here. I bet you this is, I wonder if this is 395 or just a very busy rural road. just a busy railroad, and I think we have a detector right here as well. Yep, there's our detector.
UP detector milepost.
A little faster than 20 miles an hour, but we're
422.1.
decelerating. And we're still climbing. My daughter says she has to stop, take your time. So she's got to do something. She says she's doing work on the way home. So she said, yeah, take your time. I'm going to tell her it's railroading. Nothing is fast. I mean, what, almost 5,000, was it 5,000 tons? 4,666 tons? Yeah, you don't do anything fast. Actually, that would have been 395. Because that detector is showing on the map here, showing right before 395. So that was, in the rural road, that was Highway 395. We just crossed over. I believe right around this bend, or somewhere up here, I mean, obviously, somewhere up here in front of us, is going to be the tunnel. Which is why they had to slow down to 20 miles an hour, because we're going to the tunnel. As soon as we come out of the tunnel, we're in the yard. So, actually, now's a good time. I got a ways to go. There's the tunnel. Here's the yard right there. All right, let's go look at the switches. So the main line actually comes off and goes to the left. This is the west side, left lead of the Y. This is where we get to park our motive power for the road engine. So we're going to come in, that's line straight. So since that's the main line, this is 601 right here, which is line straight. Perfect. Okay. 601, 602, 603. So we're going to pull forward through this. Run a little bit faster. Notch it down a bit. Okay. Watching the speed right there. There we go. So we're going to come in here. Goes this way. That's line for us. That's line for us. That's line for us. And we're going to pull back out. We've got, and this main line goes like way out. It's yeah, we're not going to use that. Okay, so we're line good. Oh, can I do it this way? There it is. Transfer it to my train. What's up, guys? All right. That, that. I want this one here. All right. So we'll get to the tunnel. Yeah, like I said, we're just put in and we're just going to fill up those 3 tracks with this train. Park it. Park the lead locomotives. Call it a day. Wait for the van to come pick us up and take us home. Going back over. How many GB is run? Oh, gigabytes. That's what I thought. Let me see. I want to go here. So I have all the DLCs. So I can tell you. Where's my run 8? Of course. As I'm tabbed out. Total with all the DLCs, all the car packs, and some miscellaneous files that are in there, 11 gigabytes. So, but I know, I think the base package, I think is like only 3 gigabytes. And that will give you, and that actually it doesn't give you this. This one, we're on this. This is this is an add-on. So it's called the Lone Pine. Is it Lone Pine and Arvin Creek? I think is what it is. Arvin Branch. That's an add-on. So Arvin that's a sad story too. That one is for the so basically it's the San Joaquin Valley Railroad, and there's a lot of industries out there, mostly potatoes for making vodka. But there's a lot of industries out there. There's a wine. In fact, that's another video I'm going to put up too. There is a actually, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm going to change my thought. Maybe rail service has started up. I had read somewhere that rail service out there stopped. Oh, I bet you Union Pacific picked it up. Because the San Joaquin Valley Railroad used to go down the Arvin Branch. And then they got the bright idea of, let's make some more money. And they went down to all the industries down there and said, yeah, it's going to cost you money for us to drop a car, cost you money for us to pick up a car, cost you money for how much, based on how much the car weighs. They came up with anything and everything they could to charge their customer. And the customers out there went, yeah, fine, we're done. You know what? We're done with railroad. We got a highway here. We got all kinds of roads. We'll do trucking instead. And they went trucking. But now I just realized that the video I found, it didn't click on me until just now. The video is that there's a train cam that runs. It's live. It's a live stream by the was it Guimera? I think it's how it's pronounced. Guayama Gramera Winery, which is down the Arvin branch, and you can actually watch trains being worked. So if they're back to using trains on that branch, it's probably Union Pacific went in there and cut a deal and said we can service you. I know we have like a couple. We have one small local that comes into this town, and it's like once in a blue moon I see it. And then there's another town on the other side of the county that San Joaquin Valley Railroad actually comes into. Yard limit. All right. So this is technically the Searles Valley Yard lead right here. So now it'd be interesting to see that because this main line continues on. Do a little research and wonder if Union Pacific. If Union Pacific continues on past the Searles yard, because there's a track that goes off down to Trona with next episode that that the Trona Railway uses, and Union Pacific's not allowed on those. They don't have track rights, which to me seems, well, almost seems a little foolish, because you can still have your railway. It's a big enough area that you could actually service everything. You have a massive loop yard at your main facility. Why not just let Union Pacific bring these big massive cut of cars in, drop, pick up the others from the loop yard and leave, and then that leaves your yard switchers to switch out all the industries, including the Navy. So I don't know. 10 miles an hour in 1.5 miles. Okay, so we're gonna notch down. Tunnel 29. Ooh, you can see right through that little. Alright, so I didn't see an answer come up in chat, but then again, I really haven't been paying attention to it. It's very little. I mean, they kept it down small, and I guess a lot of that is because I'm not gonna say they went cheap on scenery. It's just that wasn't the focus. That's not the focus of the simulator. And it's amazing. I mean, I've talked to some other people and I've watched some other streams that, how beautiful this looks. Well, yeah, but then the operations aren't there. And some of the simulators that I've looked at, it's a lot of, what I want to say, it's all mainline running. That's one thing. It's like, okay, this is your scenario. You're going to jump in a passenger train and you got to make your stops on time. Or you got a freight train, you're going to take it from point A to point B and you're done. Okay, well, we can do that in this simulator. But we can also, like I did, point A, Yermo, to point B, Mojave. Now, point B, I'm at Mojave. It's episode 2. I am flat switching the cars, got it blocked up the way for better service out of the Trona. And then episode 3 is delivering the cars to Trona and to industries. Now we're working industries. Yep. That's an alarm unit because I'm in a tunnel and I'm overheating. Hence the reason for tunnel motors. There's a no, yeah, there is one out there too, but this one I found last night, and I'll pull it up and I'll put the links in the description. Um, it actually looks like when you look at the Arvin branch, Bob, how you have industries on both sides of the main line, and there's you can see this, the sightings coming off. In fact, one sighting had a tank car on it, so and it's right there at the winery. So I'm like, oh, okay. So you're actually seeing. I guess you can watch. I mean, there was nothing going on last night in the middle of the night. Um, but yeah, you can see that there's definitely something going on, and the track's very well lit too. So, and I knew it was live because I could see cars driving by in the background. So I'm like, okay, this is a live camera. I'll put the links in. What I found, the two links, the one for the railfan one for Trona was really good, and you get to see. I mean, you'll see the piles of borax, potash, and everything. This is how you shorten the life of a locomotive. 2% grade through this tunnel. That's wild. Alright, baby, start sucking some air. Cool yourself down. Whatever you do, don't shut down. Huh. I started to say a long time ago, I got that where I used to live, we used to watch the SPF units go through, and there was a tunnel that went under the hill or through the hill that the apartment complex was on. Yeah, me and some friends and stuff, we used to go down there all the time and walk through the tunnel. It was a thing. And especially to get down to, because on the other side of the tunnel was, one of the main cities. You walk, instead of walking around the hill, which would take a few miles, just walk through the tunnel. Oh yeah, just walk through the tunnel. You know that was the Arvin branch? I'll double check it again, Bob. Because that's one why I looked at it, I'm like, wow, it's Arvin. Let's slow down here. Now we're coming down. Alright. And I'm going to do right shift and multiplication times right there. Start the countdown. So I would know when the train is actually pulled all the way through that switch, and I can come back and break the train, and then we'll pull forward a little bit. Wapping tunnel, it's called. Okay. Actually, you know what? Can I pull this up? No, actually, I can't. Not on this one. Yeah. Oh wait, no, I can. No, I can't. Nope, I made a mistake. Nope. Come on, don't start slowing down on me. She cooled down. The alarm went away. Hmm. 'Eh. Should I make a video down there? I had to get a boat cross as the middle section is flooded. Ah! Yeah, that'd still be fun to do though. $2,000 feet in, 3,000 feet more to go. I like how the crossing guards came down just as I hit the road. That 25 was not for us. We're still in the yard. They're under 2,000 feet. Don't come to a stop. I didn't tell you to do that. I guess I did. Under 1,000 feet to go. $500 feet. 200. Two boxcars. One boxcar. Alright, we're in the yard. Full brakes. Alright, let's jump to the back of the train. Ooh. Alright, well, I'm going to close. Oh, I didn't even open that up. Ah, okay. We're going to take that. They don't get that. Trona doesn't keep that. So, well inside. We're not going to foul anything here. We're good. I'm good with that. Tempting. But I'm going to keep going over here. Alright, we're going to break it right here. Set some hand brakes since we're on the downhill side of a grade. Yep, I'm being overly cautious. Close that one. Open the coupler. And we'll grab this one too. There we go. Alright. Oh. There we go. Brakes are starting to release. Oh. Alright. Yep. Use up on the dynamic brakes a little bit. That was taking so long there. Oh. That's a crossover there. So I want this one down here. Oh, that was a ZD similar. Okay, well, you know what? Alexander, my left. That was a good chat. You guys were chatting for a long time. That was good. Alright, let's go ahead and stop this. Full brakes. Little bounce back on that one. Okay. And oh, that's right. Come on, push back. There we go. I think that car is actually, well, it's not fouling the main line, but it is fouling that switch. I should have backed up, taken one more car back. Oh well. Nobody else is coming out here right now. This yard is full. Let's see what we got. That was good, man. I'm glad you guys had a good chat. Good connection. Like to see that. I wanted like a nice little 50-page report. Everything that was said. Impressions. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, that's cool. I've never played Roblox. No, hey, no, it's all good, man. I like to see my chat active, whether I'm involved or not. And you did your best to involve me. That's okay. But you know what? The chat's about you guys, not about me. It's about Run 8, and it's about you guys. That's what it's there for. That's why that's why my ugly mug isn't shown on a video camera, because it's about what I'm playing. It's not about me. I don't need my ego stroked. Roblox is dreadful, but there are 2 games on there that are good. Interesting. Okay. My impression, like I said, I've never played Roblox, and when my son was younger, he and I used to meet up on a server all the time and play Minecraft. And so it just seems like another version of Minecraft. It isn't Minecraft, but it's like somebody else looked at the success of Minecraft and came up with another game. So I liked Minecraft. I mean, if you could think it, you could build it. That's the part I liked about it. And then, like, unlike other games, it really stretched my son's imagination. Um, and I think he's all the better for it. Some games that younger kids play, it's just very tedious, monotonous. There's not a lot of imagination involved. Um, it's another reason why I like Run 8 is because there's a lot. I mean, the puzzling coming up, solving the switching puzzles and stuff make you think, and that's part of what keeps you young. You got to work your mind, you got to work your body, you got to work your soul. Those are the three things that keep you young. Oh, yeah, that's why, like I said, that's all right. We're coming to the end here. I'm going to slow down. All right, full brakes. Get off of here. Handbrakes on. All right, we'll go down and do. Oops, there we go. Those. How far into this siding do we go? And or do I have to split the train again into a third piece? Or am I just going to put my the locomotives, or leave the locomotives where they are? And just pull the main units off. Let's take a look and see. I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing so far as I'm running up on it. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll put these on. Alright. Okay then. We're going to go ahead and shut this down, put it in isolate. Shut this one down, isolate it. Shut this one down, isolate it. Shut this one down, isolate it, and yada yada yada. Cool. Alright, those are going to stay. They're already tagged, so they belong to TRN. Close that off. Disconnect the moo. We have tension on the coupler, so I'll have to push back here in a minute. You know what I forgot to do? I isolated, but I forgot to set brakes. Properly tie it down. There we go. Alright, those are set. No brakes on here. And he is closed. We're going to go ahead and disconnect. There we go. Alright, pull forward, bro. that fit perfectly. I was wondering if that train was gonna have, if I was gonna have to split it in two or. Nice. That's a fun job. Well, I guess it could be hazardous, definitely. Don't stop too soon. Not allowed. Yeah. All right. Okay. Oh, do that. Go back and forth on the throttle here. Alright, how we doing here? Come on. Alright, we're good here. We cannot go up that lead based upon that paper that I read. Not allowed. Daughter sent me a message. All right. She's hopping on now. I'm in the process of parking power. I'm going to take a bit of a break. Then I'm going to be back with Lord of the Rings Online with my daughter, Tana Marie. So, different shenanigans. That was dangerous. You saw nothing, Bob. That's a stock horn that came with the I mean, the enhancements, the only enhancement that I have is the one for the Jibo units, which is what I'm riding on now, and you stand next to it. And that's why I almost wanted to run nothing but the ES44s, because that's what it's for. And when you're pulling a heavy train, it just sounds awesome. You know what, Bob? I think you might be right. You know what? I think it was Edison, not Arvin. It was Edison. I'll go back and look at it. Now that you said that, I think it was Edison. Yeah, there's a lot of, I don't know what's going, I mean, Oh, you never heard of Lord of the Rings Online? There's a couple of. I mean, it's an older game. Um, but yeah, it's been around for 16 years, but it's still going strong. In fact, I was just watching a YouTube video that they did. They're ready to come out. They're going to bring out a whole new class. They came out with a whole new race last month, and they're about ready to come out with a whole new class of of Mariner. And it basically the it starts well. Your story parallels that of the Fellowship, and you do some of the quests that there's some quests that that help them. There's storylines that you follow. The developers incorporate a lot of The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Silmarillion, and even stuff that didn't make it into the books. Earlier on, they dealt with the Tolkien Society very closely to make sure that the content would meet J.R.R.'s vision for Middle Earth. So if you are a fan of the Lord of the Rings, if you're a fan of the Hobbit, and if you've read the books, not just see the movies, but you read the books. I mean, I read the books multiple times. The story's incredible. He was an incredibly smart genius, literary genius. Um, so I mean, just somebody that was very very talented. Whether he had the foresight to do this. Okay, you can slow down anytime you want. 10 pounds. All right, and going forward, and we're going to go right into dynamics. Come off the brakes. Yep, we're already starting. I'm not even no throttle, just dynamics. Yeah, no, I mean, and of course, my daughter never had a chance with me. I put speakers on her mommy's tummy, and I did to help her mom go to sleep. I read them both Lord of the Rings while my daughter was still. Oh, I did it again. I got off too soon and I didn't check the switch. Alright, well, let's see what I can do here. Turn the bell off. Ding, ding, ding. You're an idiot, you're an idiot, you're an idiot, you're an idiot. Got it. Well, I've got no brake pipe. Oh, yeah, it did. Alright, I'm going to do my cheat, guys. I can't believe it. I got sidetracked by this telling stories and monologuing. So, you're going to see the cheat again. So, I am going to F1. Let's clear this. Copy player train. Boom. Done. Delete that. And I'm going to drop them exactly where I wanted to put them, which was right here. Because we are allowed to park our road power on this lead here. There we go. We tied down. We're tied down. Things aren't running. Well, that was a really lousy way to end this stream, but that's the way it goes. I should have been paying attention. And that's me. So, but yeah, Bob, going back, I cut off in mid-sentence on you, and I do realize I did that. I apologize. But yeah, if I go find out, I bet you it was Edison, that the Edison local, that the camera was on there. So thank you for correcting me on that. Good man. And then yeah, I mean, and for you 770, check out Lord of the Rings. You can download it for free. You can play for free up to level 90. So up to level 90, there is a bit of a small pay window. If you want, I do go VIP. I pay every month because it supports a game that I absolutely love and adore. So, but you don't. I would recommend if you're going to check it out, don't pay for it. Just have fun with it. If you, hey, I'm on the Crick Hollow server. That's where my daughter and I run around on. She's also on a couple of our servers because she's got some friends on our servers, but primarily it is her and I on the Crick Hollow server. So if you need help, we can help you. We can meet up, even meet up in Discord, and and go with it. But yeah, check it out. I believe if I not if I, well, it'll be in my up on. I'll have the link to it. But yeah, you can just look up Lotro LOTRO.com. That's where you can download it from. It's about maybe 5 or 6 gigabytes to start, and you'll get the beginning areas of Shadows of Angmar area. Like I said, you can play all storylines and all quests up to level 90. At level 90, then it's like you have to start buying the packs. But I can help you with that too, because there's a way to where you don't have to pay for the packs. You can use in-game currency to pay for the packs. So, and I actually have a video on Twitch under the Lazy Farmer that talks about how to do that. So, all right. Yeah, sure. Not really a massive LR fan, but I will certainly have a look. Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. Like I said, I'm gonna look at that ZD Sim, I think is what it was. I'll take a look at that. But with that being said, I'm gonna go jump off here, talk to my daughter for a little bit, take a bit of a break, get up, walk around, and then I'll be streaming again, Lord of the Rings Online. So to bring this one to an end, I want to thank everybody for watching. So this is Kurt H. I am the Lazy Farmer, and have an outstanding afternoon, and I'll see you in about 10 minutes. Bye-bye.